Hi, everyone. I'm Nichole Kazenske. I am co-founder of Sparrowpay. Been in the payments industry for almost 20 years, and we are here to disrupt an old industry.
Awesome. What's up, everybody? I'm Paul Roberts. Whoa, that's cool. From Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been in Florida now for 12 years. Graduated with a degree in computer science from Nova Southeastern University. Started my first business in Florida. Florida has been very, very good to me, so I'm very, very excited and blessed to be here. Standing on the stage with these guys that just presented, man, these companies are awesome. So this is just surreal to me right now. Glad to be here, guys.
Yes, thank you very much. We're very humbled, and we're very thankful for this opportunity as well. So think about it, guys. You swipe your credit card all the time, right? You swipe, you chip, you tap, you do all of that, right? Well, what's the problem? Well, the problem is it's costing our merchants, our small and medium businesses, anywhere from 3 to 4% for every transaction that they take. And so what we're trying to solve here are a lot of different things. We're trying to solve saving the merchants money, saving consumers money, along with making money and making you money as an investor, right? So some of the problems, like I said, that's the 3 to 4% in transactions, but also too, one of the main problems we're trying to solve is to get those small and medium business owners their money faster, right? They have to wait 2 to 3 days currently to receive their funds, and we're trying to change that with faster payments.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, faster payments. I'm the tech guy. She's the CEO, so I can talk about faster payments all day long. I am hype on it. So I'm going to go off script a little bit, but it's all good. So what does it do? It's true 24/7, 365 settlement of funds. Money is moving 24/7, 365. There's no 2 to 3 business days for settlement. There's no imaginary settlement like they do where they're like, you'll get your money the next day, but it's not really settling the next day. So it really fixes that. It's instant payments, exactly what it says. So we're building a comprehensive ecosystem of products leveraging faster payments.
And that solution.
All right, so no, I just, like I said, guys, this is surreal to me, so I'm just going off script now. So it is a $4 trillion market in the embedded payments market, and we're just basically breaking that down into bite-sized chunks here. Like, what does that mean for us? Well, like I said, I'm up here with this amazing team builder and the brains behind the sales engine that drives this, but essentially there's 6,000 plus resellers out in the United States right now. That is our target market. We do not go direct to the actual merchant. Nichole can talk about that a lot better than I can, so I'm going to give it over to you.
Absolutely. We don't sell directly to merchants. What we've done is we're in the process of building out a sales distribution channel of about 6,000 plus resellers of point-of-sale distributors, along with the integrated software vendors that are building out software that offer payments to merchants. And that is how we do that. Our target market is that they have 500 plus merchants on their current portfolios for credit card processing to date. And also, too, the target market is that they are currently selling credit card processing, which we do offer. We offer traditional credit cards that are also wanting to educate the merchants on how to take alternative payments for the industry, to be able to collect faster payments, not wait 2 to 3 days, but get it instantly. So faster payments, if you think about it, on the real-time payment rail, it's a new rail out there that is on FedNow and the clearinghouse. And what we're trying to do is capitalize on that for the merchants so that the merchants have more money in their pockets. The merchants are able to add to their bottom line and have better profit margins. We want our small and medium businesses to be able to survive in this ecosystem, right? We don't want just the large corporations, franchises. Those are the ones who actually get the lower credit card fees, and also just they're able to capitalize on those things where our smaller and medium businesses are not. And also, too, we are going, so our target market of 6,000 plus resellers, When you take those numbers, that's 20 deals a day, guys. We just launched in April. We are pre-revenue. We're asking for $1.5 million on a simple agreement for future equity. Or any other term sheet we can discuss, absolutely. But with those numbers, we expect to be at the end of December of 2030 at $585 million. Guys, we've done this before. I have built out payments companies previously. I have built them at 300% year-over-year revenue. We have gone through mergers and acquisitions. Paul has built out gateways for companies like BridgePay, and we've done it before. This time we're just doing it better.
I told you she's freaking awesome, right? How's this going to make you guys money? I can just say I rode the growth curve of EMV adoption. EMVs, the little chips on the cards that we all saw come in around 2014. I was blessed enough to be with a company called BridgePay Network Solutions that saw the writing on the wall, said everybody's going to be using these, built out a technology stack to capitalize on that, and had explosive growth. What I see with faster payments, real numbers here, Q2 2025, there was an 8% growth in volume in faster payments. That's approximately $500 billion in transactions. That's just going to grow as this gets adopted in the United States. This isn't a new thing. This is not a unicorn technology. Faster payments is already in use in Europe, has been for the last 10 years. Same with South America. It's very, very common in South America, more common, in fact, than an actual credit card transaction. So as this gets adopted in the United States, we're building out the tech right now to capitalize on this, and we really want to ride this growth curve with you guys. So
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
And we can show you the product if you'd like to see it after the presentation. So again, we're asked, the $1.5 million opportunity to lead the market. We have currently raised $685,000 in our friends and family raise. However, they are fintech peers. They are the folks that are actually in the payments industry that we have known for a very long time. We've worked with in the past. They've already written checks. In fact, we just came off of our biggest trade show of the year. There's actually a trade show with over 900 plus resellers, value-added resellers of point of sale, as well as integrated software vendors. We came off that trade show. We received 116 leads at that trade show, but we also came back with a $100,000 check from an investor. And it was literally, we left on Thursday from Vegas, and on Monday, that money was in our bank account. That's what these folks in the payments industry, these guys that we're actually selling to, the sales distribution channel, they believe in what we're doing when it comes to alternative payments. How we're going to use that money?
All right, so I got exactly 2 minutes. I'm going to try and keep it short. Being in the tech world my whole career, we like to over-engineer stuff and build the crap out of it and spend tons of money doing so. My mission is to make sure that does not happen with the investment money. There is tried and true tools out there. We're building on an enterprise stack based on Salesforce and Microsoft Azure, and we're not reinventing the wheel. It's right there, the numbers are right there. 40% of this is going to go on the sales side. We're building something really awesome, but we also want to sell it. We don't want to just build something really cool and have no idea how to sell it. So that's a majority of that's going to that. And that's it. I mean, the numbers are right there.
Yep. So merchants win, partners win, and you win. So are you ready for big returns? Because I know we are.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, guys. Can you talk a little bit more about the technology? And I'm in particular curious, is it a new rail that you're building, a new rail infrastructure?
So we're not building the rail, and I was told to keep this at an 8th grade level, so I was trying not to go too super nerd on you guys, but no, there's basically 3 rails that we're integrated to right now, and that's the ACH rails by Nichole, which they have same day ACH, which is faster payments. It is not real-time settlement, but it is within a 3-hour window. There is the clearinghouse, which is backed by JP Morgan. That started in 2018. That is true real-time settlement. And then the third one would be FedNow by the Federal Reserve Bank. That was started in 2023. Between the two of those, the clearinghouse and FedNow, there's about 75% consumer draft account coverage right now supporting these.
Mm-hmm. And just to follow on to that, then, what prevents the incumbents from doing something similar or creating a similar offering?
I knew you were going to ask that question. Nichole, do
That
you
was
wanna
my
take that?
question, actually.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
What prevents the current payment providers and incumbents from doing the same thing?
I definitely got an answer for this.
There's-
There's nothing preventing them from doing so. There's just like there's First Data, Fiserv, WorldPay, TSYS, all the different processors out there that are utilizing the credit rails. I mean, there are definitely other companies that are going to be utilizing these rails as well. We're not the only guys. We didn't invent that. However, they're not us. We're just basically building this on our experience. And, we've done it, just as Nichole said, we've done this before, and we're doing it again bigger, better, and on the new payment rails this time.
Well, I also think that we're going to be first to market. And we want you guys and everyone else to be able to experience that growth wave with us. But we are first to market, bringing it to the small and medium businesses, the merchants, so that they can experience faster payments, instant payments, and be able to survive in our ecosystem.
That's a great point. Can I add to that super quick? If I had a time machine, I'd go back in time 25 years and start a credit card processing company, because the barrier to entry to do so was very, very low then. That is exactly how it is right now on the faster payments rails. Very low barrier to entry. If I were to try and start a credit card processor right now, it's extremely expensive and almost impossible. So low barrier to entry. There's not a lot of contenders. So we want to get in there quick, just as Nichole said, fast to market, first to market. And 20 years from now, someone's going to be saying, damn, I really wish I got in on that faster payments thing 20 years ago when it was easy, right? So
Right.
we're there.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of disruption also in this market. And,
Absolutely.
it used to be traditionally, as you described, it was merchants, and then there were merchant banks that represented groups of merchants. And dependent on how many transactions you did, 3%, maybe down to 2%, that kind of thing. I understand that it's changed, but what is so compelling for the merchant banks to go with your service? And ultimately, what I'm really asking is, what is the sale to their individual merchants that your secret ingredient or secret sauce is going to, make their business or, get the kind of momentum and growth that you tell us you're going to have?
Right. So that's a great question. And we are not actually going after the merchant banks. That's not our target market. Our target market are the 6,000 resellers. That's our vision. That's our mission, is to have the sales channel out there and them selling directly to merchants and business owners of retail, hospitality, plumbers, HVAC, all of those, because it is a text-to-pay QR code pay solution, which, like I said, we can show you that.
Yeah, okay. I understand. I didn't get that. I'm a former PayPal, and so my question for you then is, what additional tech is required? I'll call it integration for either these 6,000 folks to how easy, how hard is it? And why is it going to be such an easy sale?
Yeah, that's a really, really good question.
We have a three-step process.
Yeah, so that was a rule really going into this on the tech side, is like, if anything's taking more than 3 steps, that's probably too much, and how do we knock it down and keep it as close to that as possible. As far as the integration process, nobody here has probably ever integrated with a credit card gateway, but it's a much simpler integration. The actual transaction flow itself is much simpler than an actual credit card transaction where you have like 20 intermediaries behind the scenes happening. So it is easier. And it uses the open banking standard, which everybody in this room has probably seen that and not even known it, but it's like, choose your bank account, do your login. Like, that is open banking API, usually powered by companies like Plaid or Finicity, both of which we're integrated to. So it is a familiar process. If anybody, on the consumer or merchant side has ever used Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, any of these other guys tied in with open banking, it'll be very familiar to them.
And if I could add 2 seconds to that, I know, I'm out of time. I'm out of time.
I got the hook coming
But
out.
we have to remember the resellers that are out there educating, that are going to be educating our merchants, our small businesses, our medium business retailers in hospitality industries, along with many others. Those are the same guys that have educated our merchants on the EMV growth. They are the same ones who have educated them on the dual pricing to assist them in putting money back into their pockets as well. So, and we're utilizing that same sales channel to help drive this home for us. Thank you so much for your time.